Welcome everybody at 6 o'clock. So we are going to get started. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's hard to believe that we are nearing the end of the school year already and approaching summer as quickly as it's coming. So while we wait for everyone who registered to log on to tonight's webinar, I'm going to show you a quick video that was created to introduce this year's summer reading theme. So let's take a look.
But I think we got a hit record.
Okay, so welcome everyone. As you can probably tell, our summer reading theme this year is Let's Take a Reading Road Trip. So welcome to Neshaminy School District's elementary summer reading event. I will introduce to you tonight are the literacy specialists who will be presenting. We have Beth Smith, our literacy specialist at Tewanka Elementary, Monique McNamara, the literacy specialist at Schweitzer Elementary, and my name is Kristen Casil. I am the Title I literacy specialist at Schweitzer. So thank you all for joining us this evening. So this year's summer reading theme is Let's Take a Reading Road Trip. We would love to have all of our students read everywhere this summer, whether that's on a trip, a visit to the park or playground, or even in their own backyard. So tonight we will be talking a bit about the importance of summer reading and introducing you to our online reading platform for this summer called Sora. We will take a look at our summer reading challenge. We will look at some free summer reading resources that will be available to families all summer. We will take you through a short demonstration in Sora and then answer any questions that you may have. Feel free to use the Zoom chat box tonight if you have any questions or comments, or if you need clarification on anything. We will address all questions that are posted in the chat at the end of our presentation tonight. So let's get started.
So Summer Slide is the tendency for students to lose some of the achievement gains that they made during the school year. The National Summer Reading Association reports that longitudinal studies have indicated the effects of summer learning programs can endure for at least 2 years after the participation. So this summer in particular, we want to make sure that we provided a resource to not only help stem Summer Slide, but also help promote children's enjoyment of reading. There are 3 ways to prevent Summer Slide. There's many ways to prevent Summer Slide, but we're going to take a look at 3.
Here are 3 fun ways to prevent summer slide. First, keep kids reading. Seek out the fun stuff, like graphic novels, mysteries, or fan fiction. Second, document memories. Encourage kids to make videos, take photos, and write stories about their summers. And third, use tech to teach. Find apps, games, and websites that teach new skills. For more tips, visit us at commonsense.org.
This slide really speaks for itself, so I'll give you a minute to read it. The reading platform or app that we've chosen really checks off all these boxes. 1, Sora provides students with plenty of ebooks right at their fingertips at home. Many to choose from are built right in the library by grades from K to 2 and 3 to 4. The Sora app is modern and student-friendly, built right into their Canvas and Clever, and can be accessed through a laptop, a phone, or a tablet. And 3, we've also included a variety of higher level books that would be perfect for a parent reading aloud to their children at home. There is no app that can replace a parent's lab.
All right, so I'm going to be talking about the magic of 15 minutes. So some of you might be wondering, how much time should my child be reading throughout the summer? So there is a decent amount of research on this, and the conclusion basically is 15 minutes of reading every day seems to be that magic number in which students start to see substantial positive gains in reading achievement. Whereas students who read less than 5 minutes a day saw the lowest levels of growth. Students they found who read just over a half hour saw the greatest gains of all. So we know that everyone is very busy over the summer. We know that, 30 minutes a day might seem daunting. So that's why we said the magic of 15 minutes. Like if we can aim for 15 minutes of reading, whether that's they're reading out loud to you or being read to them, that's a great goal to have throughout the summer. Many factors come into reading achievement, but we know that reading practice has shown a direct correlation. So later in the presentation, we're going to be showing you a tool of how students will be tracking their reading minutes throughout the summer. We will have them tracking their reading in 15-minute chunks to align with this idea. So this summer, Neshaminy will be, again, making the summer reading list accessible through the Sora app. Okay, Sora is something that many of our students are familiar with. With Sora, they can get free ebooks and audiobooks from school. Digital books are automatically returned on the due date, so you never need to worry about late fees. Let's just take a moment to watch a short video that will provide a brief overview of the Sora app, as well as how to navigate the app for home use.
Hi, my name's Olivia and I love to read. Finding something new to read used to be a problem until the Sora app. I can use Sora to discover and enjoy the industry's largest collection of ebooks and audiobooks from my school, for both leisure and class-assigned reading, and it couldn't be easier to use. Just find your school and log in using school credentials. From there, it's a simple one-tap step to borrow and start reading. With Sora, you can listen to audiobooks and add bookmarks, notes, and highlights as you listen. With ebooks, there's the dyslexic font, enlarged text, read-alongs, and more to personalize my learning. And Sora provides a unified experience across the devices and operating systems. This means you can sync loans, holds, highlights, and more on all your devices. With Sora, achievements and avatars make reading fun for students, and teachers can optimize instruction with title assignments and reading data. It's even easy enough for my dad to use. Sora, the student reading app, brought to you by your school and built with love by Overdrive.
Let me show you how we do stuff.
Right? Oh.
All right, so that's just a very quick overview of Sora. That tutorial will be in our Canvas page, which I'll talk about in a second. But the app is fairly simple to use, and the kids will log on directly through Clever or Canvas, and they will have their Chromebook this summer. So they will have access to that, all of that at home. I do want to take a moment to talk about something called Sora Sweet Reads. These are books that are available they've already begun being available to our students. It started on May 13th and it ends on August 26th. These are chosen by Sora's parent company Overdrive to encourage students to keep reading all year long. The collection does span all grade levels K to 12, so there is going to be something for everyone there. There is no wait list for these books. So the books that Neshaminy has curated on the summer reading list for each grade level, we only purchased a certain amount of licenses. So some students may need to wait a little bit until a license becomes available for that title. But these titles underneath Sora Sweet Reads, and there will be a link to this in Canvas. They're available at all times for students to read at any time. There's no waiting period. So I highly encourage you to check these titles out this summer with your student. All right, and I really quickly just want to talk about and give you a brief overview of the book list for each grade level. So once again, Neshaminy has curated a summer reading list for each grade level. Here students will find a collection of both familiar and new children's book recommendations from Neshaminy School District literacy specialists, but also ILA teacher choice lists, ALA award winners, and ALSC book lists. So Kristen has just brought up a preview of the Canvas page that will be available for all of your children. If you look on this Canvas page at the top, you're going to see a copy of the parent letter and the summer reading frequently asked questions. We do get questions over the summer, maybe tech support questions or just general questions about the summer reading initiative. You'll probably find an answer on that list. At the bottom, if you scroll down, Kristen, you'll see a copy of our reading minute tracker, which we'll go over in a second. They will get a paper copy of this home before they leave for summer. But we know that, it might get lost or, something could happen to it. So this could be printed out again at home. There's some writing paper there. We are encouraging our students to write about their summer experiences over the summer. So there is some developmentally appropriate writing paper there for K-2 and for our older students. And then there's more information about Sora and Sora Help there if you are having issues with the app. So that can all be found right on the Canvas page. Kristen, if you just scroll up, I want to just briefly preview. So on the left-hand side here, you can see there's grade level book lists. If you want to click in first grade, Kristen. So all of the books are there neatly on the shelf and everything is hyperlinked. So if they click on one of those books, if you want to click on Janine, I think that one is linked at the moment. Yep. So if your child wanted to read that book, they would simply click on it. Sora would open up. They would click on borrow and that book would then be available for them to read on their device. They're also in every grade level are a series page. So in first grade, we chose some Froggy books as well as some Fly Guy books. So there's multiple titles from that series, and we tried to pick popular series for each grade level. So they're wonderful lists of books. You can access any grade level. So if you feel like your child might be struggling a bit, you can go to the grade down, or if you feel like they're more of an advanced reader, they can certainly access the titles from a grade level above. The Canvas invitation will be accepted before the school year is over. So your child will have access to this page and they will have familiarity with how to access Canvas and this course before they leave for the summer.
Thank you.
Okay, so there are 3 different ways to access the ebooks on the summer reading list, regardless of how you access the app. The first time you use Sora, you will sign in using the student's student username and their password. Then you can go to Clever and just click on the Sora app icon. The list will also be located in a Canvas summer reading course. You'll go to the list, click on a book cover, and the link will take you right to the book in Sora. The interactive summer list will also be available on our Neshaminy website. So again, just click on the book cover and the link will take you right to the book in Sora. Keep your reading skills strong over the summer months by reading at least 15 minutes every day. For each 15 minutes that this student reads, they'll color the interstate shield at the bottom of the map. Bring in your completed roadmap at the beginning of the school year to participate in a celebration in September. The goal is to enjoy reading over the summer. Simply have fun doing your favorite summer activities while you read. Some suggestions are written on the roadmap, but there are other ideas such as read by the pool, read at the beach, read on vacation, lay on the grass and read, or ask a friend for a book recommendation, read with family members, read on a rainy day. You'll find a summer reading road trip map linked on this slide. Throughout the summer, just read, read, read.
Okay,
The
so
top- I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, that's okay. Did you?
There was a few more, but basically just if you want an extra challenge, make sure that you see the signs along that roadmap. You can see that they have some cute ideas like build a reading fort, things of that sort. So the map itself can be colored. You can have a good time with coloring it, or you can just use some of the ideas that they have listed there.
Great, thanks. So we do have many free resources listed here that are available for families to enhance and encourage summer reading and just literacy overall in general over the summer. The resources that are linked here are also available and linked on your child's summer reading Canvas course once that is available. That summer reading Canvas course, by the way, should be available by the end of the school year. And again, students just have to go in and accept that course right on Canvas. So these include the Bucks County Free Library Beanstalk Challenge. Click here to show you this. The Bucks County Free Library always has a great challenge for summer reading. So that's a great place to visit to get your library card and your child's library card, track your minutes read, complete challenges, and earn badges for different prizes. We have some sight word cards here listed for those students entering or currently in kindergarten and grades 1 through 2. So that is a very easy way for students to become familiar with and start recognizing those important high frequency words. We also have the Barnes & Noble Summer Reading Challenge. This summer, Barnes & Noble is having students from K through 6. Yep, K through 6, I believe. I'm sorry, 1st grade through 6th grade. If you go visit a Barnes & Noble, they will give you a list of books to choose from. Students have to read any 8 books on that list, and they range from grade levels, as I said. If students read any 8 books on that list and just write a sentence about their favorite part in each, they can go back to Barnes & Noble at any time until August and pick out a free book. So that's a great challenge as well. We also have summer reading resources for families here. These are great ideas for parents and families, from Reading Rockets for creating an environment of literacy within the home. I'll briefly show you this. We have reading adventure packs, book lists, just wonderful ideas, learning side by side, a summer literacy challenge, take a break but bring a book. So this link will also be available for you to search through and read through over the summer, again, through Canvas. We have some fun reading games and apps linked here as well. And of course, writing is a part of literacy. We always want our students to be writing as much as possible, creating their own stories or writing about their experiences over the summer. So we have some of that writing paper that was posted on Canvas linked here as well. So that brings us to the conclusion of tonight's presentation for summer reading. We thank you all for attending our summer reading road trip kickoff. And at this time, I am happy to answer any questions. I see a few questions posted in the chat. Again, the summer reading for elementary school FAQ list will be linked in the parent letter, in the slideshow, on Canvas, and on the Neshaminy School District website. And as a reminder, the parents of children in Title I schools who registered by May 14th will be receiving a summer reading book pack in the coming weeks by the end of the school year. So let me just take a quick look at some of the questions that we have in our chat, and I will be happy to, or
And I can jump in here because
Yeah.
I've just been kind of monitoring
Okay.
it.
Okay.
We did have a question about if you have to sign up your child for this program. You do not. All children in Neshaminy currently enrolled in K through 3 will be getting a Canvas invitation with all of these resources. If you have a current 4th grader and they're going into 5th grade, there's a separate reading list for 5th and 6th and also 7th and 8th. They combine those 2 grade spans. That will just be posted on the Neshaminy School District website for your reference. So I hope that answers that question. There was a question about math. I unfortunately don't have any information about math for summer. I do know that the students will have access to iReady their MyPath throughout the summer until like I believe the middle of August. So you can always have them continue on their MyPath for math and reading, and work that into your routine. As far as like a separate math challenge or math enrichment or anything like that, I'm not sure. I would encourage you to reach out to your child's teacher or principal and ask that question. We also had a question about where, like, what grade level do we select? Do we select books from the grade level your student is currently in, or the grade level that they're rising into or they're going into? And I really want to encourage everyone on the call, families, to kind of let your child lead and let them kind of look at both lists and see like what are they interested in reading. And if it's too hard for them to read, then that's something that you can always just read to them. You know, anything, whether they're reading the text or you're reading it to them, that counts as part of that, you know, 15 minutes of daily reading. So let them kind of lead, and that usually just increases their motivation and their drive to want to, you know, continue reading throughout the summer. And then there was a question about logging into Sora. So your child should know how to log into their Chromebook before they leave for the summer. They need basically their student ID and their migrant ID. So some of your children probably have been using a QR code to get into their Chromebook. So it's going to be important that you have their student ID and migrant ID, which is their username and password for their Chromebook, before they leave for the summer. So if they don't know that information, I do suggest that you reach out to the teacher. They will be able to provide that for you. Also, the secretaries at your school definitely have that information as well. But most of our kids, especially the older kids, second, third, and fourth grade, are very versed in signing into their Chromebook. They know how to get in. Once they're in their Chromebook, then they can get on, like, there should be it's Clever is a single sign-on. So once they're on their Chromebook, Clever should pop up and kind of everything should be linked. So there shouldn't be a separate sign-on for anything. Everything should be linked through Clever once those credentials are in. So I hope that helps. If it doesn't, please ask any follow-up questions in the chat, or you can also reference that frequently asked question page as well.
I saw another question about will the fourth graders have Chromebooks? They should still have their Chromebooks
Yes.
through the summer.
Yes, they will. Every student will be able to take their device home for the summer, and I believe that's K to 12, unless of course they're graduating.
Right,
They can't.
yeah.
But,
And
yeah.
also, just to add on for the current fourth graders, the teachers will be sending home a suggested reading list for fifth and sixth graders too. Of course, they're free to use Sora. That's something that students throughout the district have access to through Clever. So any current fourth graders should take a look at the suggested reading list for fifth grade as well. There's some wonderful titles on there that are super high interest and really engaging for that age group. But of course, if they find that book on Sora, they can read that through that way, or if there's another book on Sora, or just any book. It doesn't actually have to be an ebook through Sora. You know, taking your child to the library and having them, like Monique said, that importance of choice is super important. So just any reading for 15 minutes a day is the goal.
Saw
We had
another
a
question. Oh, sorry.
We had a question about when will students K to 3 have the invite in Canvas? They will have accepted that invitation before the final day of school. So they will have that course on their Canvas dashboard before they leave for the summer. It's being worked on right now. We're just doing some finishing touches on the licensing of the book titles and everything like that. So we just need a little more time for that, but that should be pushed out shortly.
Someone just needs a little clarification. If they are currently in fourth grade, they should be still taking home their Chromebooks over the summer, the same Chromebooks. I think
Yes.
that is the correct answer to that question.
Yeah, and they will have a Chromebook. I'm not sure if it'll be the exact same one or if they'll be getting a different one through the middle school IT department, but that's something that you could reach out to the school, whether you're emailing the principal they should be able to get more information for you on that. But yes, they will definitely have a device for the summer.
Another one of our literacy specialists mentioned in there that the kids can also just read books that they have at home or books that they get at the library. I think that's a really important point to bring out. They do not have to use the Sora books. They can use books that you already have, or they can go to the library or bookstores.
We just want to make sure, you know, all students have access to reading over the summer. So if they prefer a real book in their hands, I mean, that is highly encouraged as well. So yeah, thank you.
Tomorrow, there will be mostly sunny weather with a high of 7.
All right, I think we have all of the questions answered. Definitely reference that frequently asked question page that's linked on the Canvas app when you do get that on your child's dashboard. That does have a lot of information on there. We thank you for your time this evening.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, real quick. Could we show the tracker real quick before? I'm not sure we did that earlier. The roadmap with the,
Yes, we did. Yep. Mhm.
so that's
So
where you're
again,
going to
this
record.
printed roadmap will be sent home with your child, but it is also linked in Canvas. It will be linked on the website as well. It's linked in the slideshow that will be posted as well and of course, if you just need an extra copy and you're not sure how to access one, just reach out to your child's school and we'll be happy to make sure they have another copy. But thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Let's see if there's more questions in the chat.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, this was great. And we really appreciate all of the parents' participation. That's the first step. And we hope everyone has a wonderful summer.